What makes Kevin Durant such a special player? Is it his height, his shooting ability, or the way he seamlessly blends all aspects of his game into one lethal package? With each passing year, Durant continues to prove why he's one of the greatest basketball players in history. Even at 35 years old, he was named to his 11th All-NBA team, and ranked 6th in minutes played. This remarkable longevity has secured him a legacy that's as consistent as it is complete. But how did Durant reach these heights? Let's take a journey through his career and examine what makes him such a unique talent. Back in 2010, at just 21 years old, Durant became the youngest scoring champion in NBA history, averaging over 30 points per game. He didn't just rest on that success, though. He went on to defend his scoring title twice and added a fourth during his historic MVP season. It was during this period that Durant established himself as one of the most versatile scorers the game has ever seen. The NBA had seen elite shooters like Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, mid-range masters like Kobe Bryant and Dirk Nowitzki, and explosive slashers like Michael Jordan and Dwayne Wade. But Durant brought something new to the table. He was a player who could dominate from all three levels, beyond the arc, in the mid-range, and at the rim. Before a foot injury slightly reduced his explosiveness in 2015, Durant was on pace to become the most versatile scorer in NBA history. One of the mysteries surrounding Durant has always been his true height. For years, he was listed at 6 feet 9 inches, a number that almost everyone knew was a lie. Today, he's officially listed at 6 feet 11 inches on the Suns roster, and many speculate he's closer to 7 feet tall. Regardless, his combination of height, a 7 feet 5 inches wingspan, and his athleticism created an almost unstoppable force, especially when paired with his agility and explosiveness in transition. Durant's transition game is something special. Watching him move up the court is reminiscent of Giannis Antetokounmpo, using his length and speed to glide past defenders and get to the rim. While Durant never had the same physical power as Giannis, his explosiveness allowed him to counter almost any defensive look. If a defender tried to slow him down early, Durant could use his long strides to finish at the rim or create separation for a mid-range jumper. Add in his ability to handle the ball like a guard, and you had a one-man fast break who could score in a variety of ways. Of course, Durant's offensive repertoire doesn't stop at his transition game. He's also one of the most effective catch-and-shoot three-point shooters in NBA history. What sets Durant apart from other shooters is his absurdly high release point. Even when defenders are able to close out on him, they might as well not be there. He simply shoots over them. Over his career, Durant has consistently shot above 40% from deep, and even came close to hitting 50% from three during his time with the Warriors. His ability to shoot on the move also made him a nightmare for defenses, particularly when the Thunder would run him through off-ball screens to create open looks. Durant's off-ball movement is another underrated aspect of his game. He's constantly filling space along the perimeter, slipping screens, and relocating to find slight openings for a shot. Defenders could never relax when guarding him. And if they did try to top-lock a screen to prevent Durant from catching the ball, he'd simply seal them off and finish at the rim with ease. The chemistry he developed with Russell Westbrook allowed for plenty of backdoor lobs and easy points. His combination of size, agility, and basketball IQ made him an exceptional cutter, and his ability to come off screens or handoffs led to countless open shots. Another intriguing aspect of Durant's game is how effective he was as a screener, a role often underappreciated in his game. The Thunder frequently used Durant in screening actions where he'd either pop out to the three-point line or roll to the basket, creating mismatches and open looks. His ability to shoot or drive after setting a screen forced defenses to make impossible choices. If they brought a big defender up to contest his shot, Durant would simply blow past them with his quick first step. If they sagged back, he'd nail a jumper over them. His versatility in these situations made him a perfect fit in any offensive system. And then there's Durant's mid-range game, which might be the most famous and effective part of his arsenal. In isolation or pick-and-roll situations, Durant's high release and elite touch allow him to rise up for jumpers with ease, even against smothering defense. Though many consider mid-range shots to be inefficient, Durant defies this notion by consistently hitting at a high percentage. During his MVP season, he shot around 45% from the mid-range, turning contested shots into routine looks. Durant's unique skill set also makes him incredibly difficult to defend in pick-and-roll situations. If his defender goes under the screen, Durant can effortlessly step back and knock down a three. If the defender tries to fight through the screen, Durant can use his length and quickness to drive to the rim. And when bigs try to step up to meet him at the level of the screen, Durant can exploit their slower foot speed by blowing past them and finishing at the rim. In his early years, Durant wasn't known as the highest volume driver in the league, but his ability to get to the rim was undeniable. His height and wingspan made him an elite finisher in the paint, with his length allowing him to adjust his shot in midair, contorting around defenders for smooth finger rolls and dunks. His dunking ability, though often overshadowed by his jump shooting, was another lethal weapon, as Durant could posterize even the best rim protectors if given space. As Durant has aged, he's become more reliant on his jump shot, but that hasn't made him any easier to defend. His ability to process the defense and react quickly allows him to stay one step ahead of his defenders. Whether it's a hesitation dribble into a pull-up three, a crossover leading to a mid-range jumper, or a burst to the rim, Durant's offensive arsenal remains one of the most complete in NBA history. In summary, Kevin Durant's game is a beautiful blend of size, skill, and intelligence. His unique combination of shooting, ball handling, and finishing ability makes him a nightmare for defenders, while his work off the ball and in transition further highlight his versatility. Despite injuries and the passage of time, Durant continues to perform at an elite level, proving why he remains one of the greatest scorers the NBA has ever seen. So, what's next for KD? How long can he continue to defy the odds and stay at the top of his game? With Durant, we've learned to expect the extraordinary. Keep watching Sport Post for more insights on the best players in the game, past and present.